pitches are beaten out with a staff, and the come in with the raw 28 bread grain is ground. For he will not be always threshing it, and though the wheel of his cart and his horses scatter it, he doth not grind it. 29 is also cometh forth from Jehovah.
All right, now we got back.
Who is wonderful in counsel.
We're gonna do
and
back
excellent in wisdom.
and
Isaiah 29, 1 Ariel, the city where
until
David
failure,
camped
just like
after year
chest.
to year. Let the feasts come round.
And
To
we're
them
gonna be doing
appointed
the leg
stress
press in
area,
between.
and there shall be mourning and
with,
lamentation, and she shall be unto me
It's
as
gonna end
Ariel
up being
through the
320
camp against thee
instead
round
of
about,
300
and will lay siege
because I got some
against thee
big
with
plates.
posted troops. And I will raise siege
Big
works
plates,
against thee,
45s
and thou shalt
to
be
save
brought
room.
down, and shalt speak up on the ground, and thy speech shall be low
And
upon
just
the
three
dust,
45s on each
shall
side
be as
equals
one that
320.
hath
So I'm not trying to break it down.
out of the ground.
I got the big plates because the annoyance of the small plates. So it is what it is. It's all good. It's a little bit of a jump. The progression is warranted. So yeah, let's go. Back day.
With whirlwind and tempest, and the flame of a devouring fire 7, and the multitude of all the nations that fight against Ariel, even all that fight against her and her stronghold, and that
And
distress
yeah, this is some more Isaiah. We're still on Isaiah.
And it shall be as when a hungry man dreameth. Then, behold, he eateth, but he lacketh, and his soul is empty. Or as when a thirsty man dreameth. Then, behold, he drinketh, but he lacketh. Then, behold, he is filled, and his soul hath appetite. So shall the multitude of all the nations be, that fight against Mount Zion. 9 Tarry ye and wonder. Take your pleasure and be blind. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stumble, but not with strong drink. 10 For Jehovah hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and hath closed your eyes, the prophets, and your heads, the seers. Hath he covered 11, and all vision is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, Read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I cannot, for it is sealed. 12 And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, Read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I am not learned. 13 And the Lord said, Forasmuch as
Alright,
this
we're gonna go
people
down.
draw nigh unto me, and with their mouth and with their lips to honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear of me is a commandment.
The rows are different than
14 Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among
the
this
rows are
people,
different than a
even
bench
a
press.
marvelous work and a wonder, and the wisdom
My range of motion is greater, and the back stress is incredible. So we're gonna. I'm just finding the right weight right now for my sets.
Who seeth us and who knoweth us? 16 He turned things upside down. Shall the potter be esteemed as clay, that the thing made should say of him that made it, He made me not, or the thing formed say of him that formed it, He hath no understanding. 17 Is it not yet a very little while, and Lebanon shall be turned into a fruitful field, and the fruitful field shall be esteemed as a forest. 18 And in that day shall they hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness. 19 The meek also shall increase their joy in Jehovah, and the poor among men shall
Alright, so
rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. 20 For the terror
with
of
back,
God is brought to naught, and the scoffer
I'm
ceaseth,
splitting my
and they
rows
that
with
watch
dead
for
rack
iniquity are
deadlifts.
cut off. 21 That make a man
So
an offender
to
in
get
his
a set of
cause,
10,
and lay a snare for him that reproveth in
just
vain,
like
and
on the
turn
bench,
aside the just with the thing of
I'll do
not
narrow
22.
and
Therefore
wide.
thus saith Jehovah, who redeemed
So
Abraham,
that consists of
concerning
one
the house
set.
of Jacob. Jacob shall not now be
Now
ashamed,
the
neither
rows
shall his face now
and
wax
the
pale.
deads, 5 and 5,
when he seeth his
will equal
children,
one set.
the work of my hands, in the midst of him, they shall sanctify my name. Yeah, they shall sanctify the Holy One of Jacob, and shall stand in awe of the God of Israel. 24 They also that err in spirit shall come to understanding, and they that murmur shall receive instruction. Ceaseth, and all they that watch for iniquity are cut off. 21 That make a man an offender in his cause, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just with the thing of not. 22 Therefore thus saith Jehovah, who redeemed Abraham, concerning the house of Jacob, Jacob shall not now be ashamed, neither shall his face now wax pale. 23 But when he seeth his children, the work of my hands, in the midst of him, they shall sanctify my name. Yeah, they shall sanctify the Holy One of Jacob, and shall stand in awe of the God of Israel. 24 They also that err in spirit shall come to understanding, and they that murmur shall receive instruction. Isaiah 30 1 Woe to the rebellious children, saith Jehovah, that take counsel, but not of me, and that make a league, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. 2 That set out to go down into Egypt, and have not asked of my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to Take refuge in the shadow of Egypt. 3 Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the refuge in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. For their princes are at Zoan, and their ambassadors are come. 2 5 They shall all be ashamed because of a people that cannot profit them, that are not a help nor profit, but a shame, and also a reproach. 6 The burden of the beasts of the south, through the land of trouble and anguish, from whence come the lioness and the lion, the viper and fiery flying serpent. They carry their riches upon the shoulders of young asses, and their treasures upon the humps of camels, to a people that shall not profit them. 7 For Egypt helpeth in vain, and to no purpose. Therefore have I called her Rahab that sitteth still. 8 Now go, write it before them on a tablet, and inscribe it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. 9 For it is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of Jehovah. 10 That say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. 11 Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. 12 Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and rely thereon. 13 Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly in an instant. 14 And he shall break it as a potter's vessel is broken, breaking it in pieces without sparing, so that there shall not be found among the pieces thereof a shirt wherewith to take fire from the hearth, or to dip up water out of the cistern. 15 For thus said the Lord Jehovah, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and rest shall ye be saved, in quietness and in confidence shall be your strength. And he would not. 16 But ye said, No, for we will flee upon horses, therefore shall ye flee, and we will ride upon the swift, therefore shall they that pursue you be swift. 17 1,000 shall flee at the threat of one, at the threat of 5 shall ye flee, till ye be left as a beacon upon the top of a mountain, and as a ensign on a hill. 18 And therefore will Jehovah make, that he may be gracious unto you, and therefore will he be exalted, that he may have mercy upon you. For Jehovah is a God of justice. Blessed are all they that wait for him. 19 And the people shall dwell in Zion and Jerusalem. Thou shalt weep no more. He will surely be gracious unto thee at the voice of thy cry. When he shall hear, he will answer thee. 20 And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be hidden any more, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. 21 And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it. When ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left. 22 And ye shall defile the overlaying of thy molten images of silver, and the plating of thy molten images of gold. Thou shalt cast them away as an unclean thing. Thou shalt say unto it, Get thee hence. 23 And he will give the rain for thy seed, wherewith thou shalt sow the ground, and bread of the increase of the ground, and it shall be fat and plenteous. In that day shall thy cattle feed in large pastures. 24 The oxen likewise and the young asses that till the ground shall eat savory provender, which hath been winnowed with the shovel and with the fork. 25 And there shall be upon every lofty mountain, and upon every high hill, brooks and streams of waters, in the day of the great slaughter, when the towers fall. 26 Moreover the light of the moon shall be as the light of the sun, and the light of the sun shall be sevenfold, as the light of 7 days, in the day that Jehovah taketh up the herd of his people, and healeth the stroke of their wound. 27 Behold, the name of Jehovah cometh from far, burning with his anger, and in thick rising smoke. His lips are full of indignation, and his tongue is as a devouring fire. 28 And his breath is as an overflowing stream, that reacheth even unto the neck, to sift the nations with the sieve of destruction. And a bridle that causeth to err shall be in the jaws of the peoples. 29 Ye shall have a song as in the night when a holy feast is kept, and gladness of heart, as when one cometh with a pipe to come unto the mountain of Jehovah, to the rock of Israel. 30 And Jehovah will cause his glorious voice to be heard, and will show the lighting down of his arm, with the indignation of his anger, and the flame of a devouring fire, with a blast, and tempest, and hailstones. 31 For through the voice of Jehovah shall the Assyrian be dismayed, with his rod will he smite him. 32 And every stroke of the appointed staff, which Jehovah shall lay upon him, shall be with the sound of tabrets and harps, and in battles with the brandishing of his arm will he fight with them. 33 For a Topheth is prepared of old, for the king it is made ready, he hath made it deep and large, the pile thereof is fire and much wood. The breath of Jehovah, like a stream of brimstone, doth kindle it, breaking it in pieces without sparing, so that there shall not be found among the pieces thereof a shirt wherewith to take fire from the hearth. cistern 15. For thus said the Lord Jehovah, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and rest shall ye be safe, in quietness and in confidence shall be your strength. And he would not. 16. But ye said, No, for we will flee upon horses, therefore shall ye flee, and we will ride upon the swift, therefore shall they that pursue you be swift. 17. 1,000 shall flee at the threat of one, at the threat of one shall ye flee, till ye be left as a beacon upon the top of a mountain, and as an ensign on a hill. 18. And therefore will Jehovah wait, that he may be gracious unto you, and therefore will he be exalted, that he may have mercy upon you, for Jehovah is a God of justice. Blessed are all they that wait for him. 19. For the people shall dwell in Zion at Jerusalem, thou shalt weep no more, he will surely be gracious unto thee at the voice of thy cry, when he shall hear, he will answer thee. 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be hidden any more, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. 21. And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left. 22. And ye shall defile the overlaying of thy graven images of silver, and the plating of thy molten images of gold, thou shalt cast them away as an unclean thing, thou shalt say unto it, Get thee hence. 23. And he will give the rain for thy seed, wherewith thou shalt sow the ground, and bread of the increase of the ground, and it shall be fat and plenteous. In that day shall thy cattle feed in large pastures. 24. The oxen likewise and the young asses that till the ground shall eat savory provender, which hath been winnowed with the shovel and with the fork. 25. And there shall be upon every lofty mountain, and upon every high hill, brooks and streams of waters, in the day of the great slaughter, when the towers fall. 26. Moreover,
It's repeating.
the light of the moon shall be as the light of the sun, and the light of the sun shall be sevenfold, as the light of 7 days, in the day that Jehovah bindeth up the herd of his people, and healeth the stroke of their wound. 27. Behold, the name of Jehovah cometh from far, burning with his anger, and in thick rising smoke. His lips are full of indignation, and his tongue is as a devouring fire. 28. And his breath is as an overflowing stream, that reacheth even unto the neck, to sift the nations with the sieve of destruction. And a bridle that causeth to err shall be in the jaws of the peoples. 29. Ye shall have a song as in the night when a holy feast is kept, and gladness of heart, as when one goeth with a pipe to come unto the mountain of Jehovah, to the rock of Israel. 30. And Jehovah will cause his glorious voice to be heard, and will show the lighting down of his arm, with the indignation of his anger, and the flame of a devouring fire, with a blast, and tempest, and hailstones. 31. For through the voice of Jehovah shall the Assyrian be dismayed, with his rod will he smite him. 32. And every stroke of the appointed staff, which Jehovah shall lay upon him, shall be with the sound of tabrets and harps, and in battles with the brandishing of his arm will he fight with them. 33. For a Topheth is prepared of old, for the king it is made ready, he hath made it deep and large, the pile thereof is fire and much wood, the breath of Jehovah, like a stream of brimstone, doth kindle it.
I knew that was going to happen.
And gladness of heart, as when one goes.
So it's going to repeat a little bit more.
To the mountain of Jehovah, to the rock of Israel. 30. And Jehovah will cause his glorious voice to be heard, and will show the lighting down of his arm, with the indignation of his anger, and the flame of a devouring fire, with a blast, and tempest, and hailstones. 31. For through the voice of Jehovah shall the Assyrian be dismayed, with his rod will he smite him. 32. And every stroke of the appointed staff, which Jehovah shall lay upon him, shall be with the sound of tabrets and harps, and in battles with the brandishing of his arm will he fight with them. 33. For a Topheth is prepared of old, for the king it is made ready, he hath made it deep and large, the pile thereof is fire and much wood, the breath of Jehovah, like a stream of brimstone, doth kindle it. Isaiah 31. 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and rely on horses, and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek unto, yet he also is wise, and will bring evil, and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers, and against the help of them that work iniquity. 3. Now the Egyptians are men, and not God, and their horse is flesh, and not spirit, and when Jehovah shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall stumble, and he that is helped shall fall, and they all shall be consumed together. For thus saith Jehovah unto me, as the lion and the young lion growling over his prey, if a multitude of shepherds be called forth against him, will not be dismayed at their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them, so will Jehovah of hosts come down to fight 8. And the Assyrian shall fall by the sword, not of man, and the sword, not of men, shall devour him, and he shall flee from the sword, and his young men shall become subject to taskwork. 9. And his rock shall pass away by reason of terror, and his princes shall be dismayed at the ensign, saith Jehovah, whose fire is in Zion, and his furnace in Jerusalem. Isaiah 32, 1. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in justice too, and men shall be his abiding place from womb. Isaiah 32, 1. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in justice too, and a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as streams of water in a dry place, as the shade of a great rock in a weary land. 3. And the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken. 4. And the heart of the rash shall understand knowledge, and the tongue of the stammerer shall be ready to speak plainly. 5. The fool shall be no more called noble, nor the churl said to be bountiful. 6. For the fool will speak folly, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice profaneness, and to utter error against Jehovah, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and to cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. 7. And the instruments of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the meek with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. 8. But the noble deviseth noble things, and in noble things shall he continue. 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease, and hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. 10. For days beyond a year shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the ingathering shall not come. 11. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you, and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. 12. They shall smite upon the breasts for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. 13. Upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars, yea, upon all the houses of joy in the joyous city. 14. For the palace shall be forsaken, the populous city shall be deserted, the hill and the watch tower shall be for dens forever, a joy of wild asses, a pasture of flocks. 15. Until the Spirit be poured upon us from on high, and the wilderness become a fruitful field, and the fruitful field be esteemed as a forest. 16. Then justice shall dwell in the wilderness, and righteousness shall abide in the fruitful field. 17. And the work of righteousness shall be peace, and the effect of righteousness, quietness and confidence forever. 18. And my people shall abide in a peaceable habitation, and in safe dwellings, and in quiet resting places. 19. But it shall hail in the downfall of the forest, and the city shall be utterly laid low. 20. Blessed are yet that sow beside all waters, that send forth the feet of the ox and the ass. Isaiah 33, 1. Woe to thee that destroyest, and thou wast not destroyed, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou hast ceased to destroy, thou shalt be destroyed, and when thou hast made an end of dealing treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee too. O Jehovah, be gracious unto us, we have waited for thee, be thou our arm every morning, our salvation also in the time of trouble. 3. At the noise of the tumult the peoples are fled, at the lifting up of thyself the nations are scattered. 4. And your spoil shall be gathered as the caterpillar gathereth, as locusts leap shall men leap upon it. 5. Jehovah is exalted, for he dwelleth on high, he hath filled Zion with justice and righteousness. 6. And there shall be stability in thy times, abundance of salvation, wisdom, and knowledge. The fear of Jehovah is thy treasure. 7. Behold, their valiant ones cry without, the ambassadors of peace weep bitterly. 8. The highways lie waste, the wayfaring man ceaseth, the enemy hath broken the covenant, he hath despised the cities, he regardeth not man. 9. The land mourneth and languisheth, Lebanon is confounded and withereth away, Sharon is like a desert, and Bashan and Carmel shake off their leaves. 10. Now will I rise, saith Jehovah, now will I lift up myself, now will I be exalted. 11. Ye shall conceive chaff, ye shall bring forth stubble, your breath is a fire that shall devour you. 12. And the people shall be as the burnings of lime, as thorns cut down, that are burned in the fire. 13. Hear, ye that are far off, what I have done, and ye that are near, acknowledge my might. 14. The sinners in Zion are afraid, trembling hath seized the godless ones. Who among us can dwell with the devouring fire? Who among us can dwell with everlasting burnings? 15. He that walketh righteously, and speaketh uprightly, he that despiseth the gain of oppressions, that shacketh his hands from taking a bribe, that stoppeth his ears from hearing of blood, and shutteth his eyes from looking upon evil. 16. He shall dwell on high, his place of defense shall be the munitions of rocks, his bread shall be given him, his waters shall be sure. 17. Thine eyes shall see the king in his beauty, they shall behold a land that reacheth afar. 18. Thy heart shall muse on the terror, where is he that counted Where is he that weighed the tribute? Where is he that counted the towers? 19. Thou shalt not see the fierce people.
Alright, so that was 5.
Speech that thou canst not comprehend.
That was less.
Of a strange tongue that thou canst
But
not
what I'm realizing is
look upon Zion,
I'm going to have to take account
thine eyes shall see
of total
Jerusalem,
work.
quiet habitation.
Total
The
work
tent
done
shall not be removed. The stakes
by
whereof
weight
shall
multiplied
never be plucked up. Knee.
by reps.
Cords thereof be broken. 21. But
Gotta
their
do some
Jehovah
math.
will be with us in majesty, a place of broad rivers and streams, wherein shall go no galley with oars, neither shall gallant ship pass thereby. 22. For Jehovah is our judge, Jehovah is our lawgiver, Jehovah is our king, he will save us. 23. Thy tacklings are loose, they could not strengthen the foot of their mast, they could not spread the sail, then was the prey of a great spoil divided, the lame took the prey. 24. And the inhabitant shall not say, I am sick, the people that dwell therein shall be forgiven their iniquity. Isaiah 34. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye peoples, let the earth hear, and the fullness thereof, the world, and all things that come forth from it. 2. For Jehovah hath indignation against all the nations, and wrath against all their host, he hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. 3. Their slain also shall be cast out, and the stench of their dead bodies shall come up, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. 4. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their host shall fade away, as the leaf fatteth from off the vine, and as a fading leaf from the fig tree. 5. For my sword hath drunk its fill in heaven, behold, it shall come down upon Edom, and upon the people of my curse, to judgment. 6. The sword of Jehovah is filled with blood, it is made fat with fatness, with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For Jehovah hath a sacrifice in Bosra, and a great slaughter in the land of Edom. 7. And the wild oxen shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be drunken with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. 8. For Jehovah hath a day of vengeance, a year of recompense for the cause of Zion. 9. And the streets of Edom shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. 10. It shall not be quenched night nor day, the smoke thereof shall go up forever, from generation to generation it shall lie waste, none shall pass through it forever and ever. 11. But the
Alright, we're going to be hitting the pull down now for lats.
pelican and the porcupine shall possess it, and the owl and the raven shall dwell therein, and he will stretch over it the line of confusion, and the plummet of emptiness. 12. They shall call the nobles thereof to the kingdom, but none shall be there, and all its princes shall be nothing. 13. And thorns shall come up in its palaces, nettles and thistles in the fortresses thereof, and it shall be a habitation of jackals, a court for ostriches. 14. And the wild beasts of the desert shall meet with the wolves, and the wild goat shall cry to his fellow, the night monster shall settle there, and shall find her a place of rest. 15. There shall the dart snake make her nest, and lay, and hatch, and gather under her shade. There shall the kites be gathered, every one with her mate. 16. Seek ye out of the book of Jehovah, and read, no one of these shall be missing, none shall want her mate, for my mouth, it hath commanded, and his spirit, it hath gathered them. 17. And he hath cast the lot for them, and his hand hath divided it unto them by line, they shall possess it forever, from generation to generation shall they dwell therein. Fortresses thereof, and it shall be a habitation of jackals, a court for ostriches. 14. And the wild beasts of the desert shall meet with the wolves, and the wild goat shall cry to his fellow, the night monster shall settle there, and shall find her a place of rest. 15. There shall the dart snake make her nest, and lay, and hatch, and gather under her shade. There shall the kites be gathered, every one with her mate. 16. Seek ye out of the book of Jehovah, and read, no one of these shall be missing, none shall want her mate, for my mouth, it hath
Alright,
commanded,
so what I'm going to do
and his
is
spirit, it
the
hath gathered
division
them.
of
17. And he hath cast
weight
the lot
for
them,
weight
and his hand
equaling
hath
with
divided
work.
unto them by line. They shall
Right, so
possess it forever.
120
From
times
generation to
10,
generation
that's
shall they
1200.
dwell therein. Isaiah
1200
35.
divided by
On the
320
wilderness and the
on the
dry
leg
land
press
shall be glad,
is
and the
like
desert shall
3
rejoice,
point something.
and blossom as the rose too. It
So,
shall
but I'm not going to
blossom
do 3
abundantly, and rejoice
of
even
anything
with joy
unless
and
I
singing.
fail.
The glory of
And so
Lebanon
what I'm
shall
doing
be
is
given unto it, the excellency of Carmel and Sharon.
sets
They
of
shall
5
see
for the
glory
leg
of
press.
Jehovah.
When I'm
The
this low on
excellency
weight,
of our God. 3. Strengthen ye the weak
but I'm not
hands,
lowering
and
the weight
confirm
on the
the
leg
feeble.
press because
These four say to them that are of a fearful
muscle
heart,
fiber
be
recruitment.
strong, fear not, behold, Your God will
Okay,
come with
the more
vengeance.
weight you're
The
using,
recompense
the
of
more
God.
muscle fiber
He will come and save
recruitment.
you. 5 Then the eyes of the blind
Okay.
shall be opened, and the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped. 6 Then shall the lame man leap as a hart, and the tongue of the dumb shall sing. For in the wilderness shall waters break out, and streams in the desert. 7 And the glowing sand shall become a pool, and the thirsty ground springs of water. In the habitation of jackals, where they lay, shall be grass with reeds and rushes. 8 And a highway shall be there, and a way, and it shall be called the way of holiness. The unclean shall not pass over it, but it shall be for the redeemed. The wayfaring men, yet fools, shall not err therein. 9 No lion shall be there, nor shall any ravenous beast go up thereon. They shall not be found there, but the redeemed shall walk there. 10 And the ransomed of Jehovah shall return, and come with singing unto Zion, and everlasting joy shall be upon their heads. They shall obtain gladness and joy, and sorrow and sighing shall flee away. Isaiah 36. 1 Now it came to pass in the 14th year of King Hezekiah, that Sennacherib king of Assyria came up against all the fortified cities of Judah, and took them too. And the king of Assyria sent Rabshakeh from Lachish to Jerusalem unto King Hezekiah with a great army, and he stood by the conduit of the upper pool in the highway of the fuller's field. 3 Then came forth unto him Eliakim the son of Hilkiah.
So what's kind of funny, I'm being lifted up by this weight,
the son of Asaph, the recorder. 4 And
so it's going to be hard for me to
Rabshakeh
even go up in
saying
weight.
now to Hezekiah, Thus saith
But
the
this
great
is
king, the king of Assyria, what
I weighed
confidence is this wherein thou
166
trustest? 5
today.
I say, thy counsel and strength.
So I'm gonna have to start using the strap. They got a leg strap to go.
Trust, that thou hast rebelled against me. 6 Behold, thou trustest upon the staff of this bruised reed, even upon Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his
This
hand, and
this
pierce
goes
it. So is
from
Pharaoh
bar to
king of
bar.
Egypt to all that trust
See?
on him. 7 But if thou
And
say
it
unto me,
it holds us
we
down
trust in Jehovah our God,
to the ground
is not that he,
for
whose
the
high
pull downs.
places and whose altars Hezekiah hath taken away, and hath said to Judah and to Jerusalem, Ye shall worship before this altar. 8 Now therefore, I pray thee, give pledges to my master the king of Assyria, and I will give thee 2,000 horses, if thou be able on thy part to set riders upon the 9 How then canst thou turn away the face of one captain of the least of my master's servants, and put thy trust on Egypt for chariots and for horsemen? 10 And am I now come up without Jehovah against this land to destroy it? Jehovah said unto me, Go up against this land, and destroy it. 11 Then said Eliakim and Shebna and Joe unto Rabshakeh, Speak, I pray thee, unto thy servants in the Syrian language, for we understand it, and speak not to us in the Jews' language, in the ears of the people that are on the wall. 12 But Rabshakeh said, Hath my master sent me to thy master, and to thee, to speak these words? Hath he not sent me to the men that sit upon the wall, to eat their own dung, and to drink their own water with you? 13 And Rabshakeh stood, and cried with a loud voice in the Jews' language, and said, Hear ye the words of the great king, the king of Assyria. 14 Thus saith the king, Let not Hezekiah deceive you, for he will not be able to deliver you. 15 Neither let Hezekiah make you trust in Jehovah, saying, Jehovah will surely deliver us. This city shall not be given into the hand of the king of Assyria. 16 Hearken not to Hezekiah, for thus saith the king of Assyria, Make your peace with me, and come out to me, and eat ye every one of his vine, and every one of his fig tree, and drink ye every one the waters of his own, until I come and take you away to a land like your own land, a land of grain and new wine, a land of bread and vineyards. 18 Beware lest Hezekiah persuade you, saying, Jehovah will deliver us. Hath any of the gods of the nations delivered his land out of the hand of the king of Assyria? 19 Where are the gods of Hamath and Arpad? Where are the gods of Sepharvaim? And have they delivered Samaria out of my hand? 20 Who are they among all the gods of these countries, that have delivered their country out of my hand, that Jehovah should deliver Jerusalem out of my hand? 21 But they held their peace, and answered him not a word, for the king's commandment was, saying, Answer him not. 22 Then came Eliakim the son of Hilkiah, that was over the household, and Shebna the scribe, and Joe, the son of Asaph, the recorder, to Hezekiah with their clothes rent, and told him the words of Rabshakeh. Isaiah 37. 1 And it came to pass, when King Hezekiah heard it, that he rent his clothes, and covered himself with sackcloth, and went into the house of Jehovah. 2 And he sent Eliakim, who was over the household, and Shebna the scribe, and the elders of the priests, covered with sackcloth, unto Isaiah the prophet the son of Amoz. 3 And they said unto him, Thus saith Hezekiah, This day is a day of trouble, and of rebuke, and of contumely, for the children are come to the birth, and there is not strength to bring forth, for it may be Jehovah thy God will hear the words of Rabshakeh, whom the king of Assyria his master hath sent to defy the living God, and will rebuke the words which Jehovah thy God hath heard. Wherefore lift up thy prayer for the remnant that is left. 5 So the servants of King Hezekiah came to Isaiah 6, and Isaiah said unto them, Thus shall ye say to your master, Thus saith Jehovah, Be not afraid of the words that thou hast heard, wherewith the servants of the king of Assyria have blasphemed me. 7 Behold, I will put a spirit in him, and he shall hear tidings, and shall return unto his own land, and I will cause him to fall by the sword in his own land. 8 So Rabshakeh returned, and found the king of Assyria warring against Libnah, for he had heard that he was departed from Lachish. 9 And he heard say concerning Tirhakah king of Ethiopia, He is come out to fight against thee. And when he heard it, he sent messengers to Hezekiah, saying, 10 Thus shall ye speak to Hezekiah king of Judah, saying, Let not thy God in whom thou trustest deceive thee, saying, Jerusalem shall not be given into the hand of the king of Assyria. 11 Behold, thou hast heard what the kings of Assyria have done to all lands, by destroying them utterly, and shalt thou be delivered. 12 Have the gods of the nations delivered them, which my fathers have destroyed, Gozan, and Haran, and Rezeph, and the children of Eden that were in Telassar. 13 Where is the king of Hamath, and the king of Arpad, and the king of the city of Sepharvaim, of Hena, and Iva. 14 And Hezekiah received the letter from the hand of the messengers, and read it. And Hezekiah went up unto the house of Jehovah, and spread it before Jehovah. 15 And Hezekiah prayed unto Jehovah, saying, 16 O Jehovah of hosts, the God of Israel, that sittest above the cherubim, thou art the God, even thou alone, of all the kingdoms of the earth. Thou hast made heaven and earth. 17 Incline thine ear, O Jehovah, and hear, open thine eyes, O Jehovah, and see, and hear all the words of Sennacherib, who have sent to defy the living God. 18 Of a truth, Jehovah, the kings of Assyria have laid waste all the countries, and their land. 19 And have cast their gods into the fire, for they were no gods, but the work of men's hands, wood and stone. Therefore they have destroyed them. 20 Now therefore, O Jehovah our God, save us
Alright,
from his hand,
that's all.
that all the kingdoms of the earth may know that thou art Jehovah, even thou only. 21 Then Isaiah, as thou hast prayed to me against Sennacherib king of Assyria. 22 This is the word which Jehovah hath spoken concerning him. The virgin daughter of Zion hath despised thee and laughed thee to scorn. The daughter of Jerusalem hath shaken her head at thee. 23 Whom hast thou defied and blasphemed, and against whom hast thou exalted thy voice and lifted up thine eyes on high, even against the Holy One of Israel? 24 By thy servants hast thou defied the Lord, and hast said, With the multitude of my chariots am I come up to the height of the mountains, to the innermost parts of Lebanon, and I will cut down the tall cedars thereof, and the choice for trees thereof, and I will enter into its farthest height, the forest of its fruitful field. 25 I have digged and drunk water, and with the sole of my feet will I dry up all the rivers of Egypt. 26 By the same shall he return, and he shall not come unto this city, saith Jehovah. 35 For I will defend this city to save it, for mine own sake, and for my servant David's sake. 36 And the angel of Jehovah went forth, and smote in the camp of the Assyrians 185,000. And when men arose early in the morning, behold, these were all dead bodies. 37 So Sennacherib king of Assyria departed, and went and returned, and